Alrighty then, it's time for a Nunuland game, everyone's favorite theme park. Let's check one, and of course you know the enemy team is going to be having such a blast. And so you can see, this game is quite a long one, so get your popcorn, get your drink, get your strap on, and get ready to go. Anyways, runes and masteries are the same as last time. Magic Pen Red, Armor Yellow, Magic Resistance Blues, and Ability Power Quins with 12-0-18 masteries, taking Grasp of the Undying. Now, I thought I was going to be against Malphite, but it turns out he's mid lane, so I'm against Aurelion Sol with Ignite. I've never actually fought him, so I don't really know how much damage he wants, but the Ignite tells me he's going to want to kill me. So my strategy is twofold: consume as much as possible to heal myself, and try to make him waste his mana so he can't do jack shit to me. Either way, he tries to do a lot of damage to me early, and surprisingly he does by slapping his balls all over my mouth, but he doesn't manage to kill me. He flashes ignites, takes 2 tower damage, so I get to flash snowball him, and I get the kill, the first blood. And then I just consume a bunch of minions and basically get myself near full health. So as you can see, Aurelion Sol has begun his tilt already. His self-tilt, might I add. Anyways, again, the whole strategy is to max out consume, just bully the shit out of Aurelion Sol, make sure he loses all his mana because you really can't do anything against his consumption. Although he will be getting close to killing me a few times, I'm actually willingly taking some damage, just trying to force him to use his Qs and his W, so he just burns through his mana quickly. Again, consume, snowball, punch him in the face with Grasp of the Undying, slowly but surely wasting all of his juice. Now, I do come very close to dying right here. In fact, I almost die, but again, consume is just such a bullshit ability in lane that he doesn't manage to kill me. Best of all, Rengu is coming top lane. You can see him in the minimap. He's just taking out his blue right now and then taking out his the frog, and he's going to come top lane to make sure Aurelion Sol is dead and buried. Oh, he's taking out his wolves too. Man, he's actually pretty damn slow. But yeah, Aurelion Sol just kind of has nothing to do now. He figured out he can't kill me as long as I keep maintaining my passive to use my consumes whenever the hell I want. And eventually, right now, Rangu, as you can see, he's sneaking his way up top. So a snowball to his face and a Rangu snare on him will easily kill Aurelion Sol. The best part about this is he still doesn't have his flash. So Rangu knows that once he goes back to base, he will have his ultimate, he'll have some boots and more items, that we are able to kill Aurelion Sol again. Best off, I have my flash, and I have my ultimate. So I just start walking up to Aurelion Sol, I punch him in the face, snowball him, and then I flash next to a melee range because I know his Q can't be used point blank, so he's forced to retreat and then eat the entire ultimate damage because he wasn't able to stop it in time. So right now, probably Aurelion Sol is so tilted, he's found perpetual motion. Anyways, top lane is pretty much dead and buried. Aurelion Sol needs help from Lee Sin, but they pretty much can't kill me even if they both caught me. Aurelion Sol is burning tons of mana just trying to maintain the lane control of some kind, but as you can see, it's just burning too much through it. I'm pretty sure Aurelion Sol wants to kill himself right now. He hates me that much. Best off, right now, he does have a pink ward in this tri-bush, and I'm going to find it. Best off, as you know, when you try to clear a ward, you lure the enemy team to you. Aurelion Sol has no mana, so he's going to try to stop me. Lee Sin is here too, and for whatever goddamn reason, they fail to stop me, and in fact, Lee Sin eats my ultimate and then gets snowballed in the face. Shen teleports next to me, and we catch Aurelion Sol and kill him too. The enemy team must really hate life. Aurelion Sol must just really be hating himself. I'm pretty sure if he leans and tilts anymore, he will be a fucking national landmark somewhere in Italy very soon. My god, the leaning tower of Aurelion Sol, the tilting tower of Aurelion Sol, I mean. So you can see, my top lane is basically won. I've begun to sandbag it. I'm not taking the tower, I'm just kind of eating Aurelion Sol whenever I can. I'm building myself tanky Nunu. I normally wouldn't buy the Spirit Visage components yet, but against Aurelion Sol I might as well, because it would make his life even worse. I would normally just go with Iceborne Gauntlet, I forgot whatever it's called, and I keep confusing its name. I would go with that normally first, just so I can control the lane more, to trade with people even better. And either way, you can see Lee Sin died trying to help Aurelion Sol or some shit, and then Aurelion Sol dies as well. So I'm pretty sure at this point, they just want to commit seppuku. Zillion comes top lane trying to kill me. Of course, I get over with a little sliver of health. And then me and Ringo just turn around and pounce on him. Shen teleports in. Zillion uses his ultimate to keep himself alive. And Shen gets the Malphite, and Malphite manages to kill the Rengu, unfortunately. But we kill the Malphite And then the Zed is able to catch, the Shin is able to catch the Zillion and we kill him too. So right now the enemy team really is not having a fun time, but I am, because Nunu is just so much fun. I bet you anything, if you hate life and you want to make others hate life too, you will play Nunu. You will make Aurelion Sol tilt so hard, you will miss every one of his abilities, be almost out of mana already from the get-go, and then just want to kill himself. That's just how you want to be. You want to be the literal cancer of League of Legends. And I don't use that word too often. I use it only for special cases. Nunu is such a champion. Nunu is death incarnate for this game. Like when you play, again, I've said it before, when you play Nunu, somebody doesn't get to play League of Legends. If you hate life, if you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I'm having a bad day, I want other motherfuckers to experience a bad day like me. You play Nunu, and that guy right there who probably played, oh man, this is my first game of the day, I'm playing Fiora, I rarely get Fiora, they always ban her, or they always pick her against me, I finally get my favorite champion. You pick Nunu, he doesn't get to play League of Legends. You're like, fuck you and your happiness. I am going to play Nunu, and to make it your life a living hell. That's how I feel every time. If I'm having a bad day, if I'm on tilt, I will play Nunu. Somebody else must suffer this day, just this bad day with me. As you can see, the enemy team, they're all suffering with me. Right now, the enemy Ashe is just so pissed off. Oh, my top lane is feeding. I can't trust my top lane opponents. My top lane teammates. They always feed. So as you can see, Nunu's horrible nature extends beyond his lane. It makes everyone feel bad. It resonates across the game. I'm pretty sure everyone else in this division playing can somehow feel the echoes in the air, crying in torture as somebody is playing Nunu top lane. It has a 40% win ratio, I think to be accurate, 42% win ratio in top lane. In top lane, Nunu doesn't win very much unless you're one of the best Nunus. Like if you have over 100 games as Nunu, it says the win rate actually goes up to like 50-something%. What that tells you is that the top lane Nunus that are really good know how to make people's life a living hell. And therefore, they're very good. They're very painful. So if you dedicate your life to Nunu, Nunu will reward you. Sure, it will make everyone miserable, but you yourself will be fulfilled. Your life will be complete. I do recommend it. I do recommend it, especially if you've been picked on in high school and you want revenge. Anyhow, on a more serious note, you can see my build is pretty much damn near complete. I got cooldown reduction going, my punches are really strong, I got magic resistance and a bit of health. Either way, you can build pretty much anything you want on Nunu. He's an equal opportunist champion, equal opportunist in his builds and in how he tortures any opponent he fights. Normally, I will build Randuin's Omen or Abyssal Scepter, but you can build anything you want. More auras, more damage, whatever you want. He's just that kind of versatile. Either way, that reminds me of one of my favorite matchups that I ever had. It was against a top lane Nautilus, and him and I were just pretty much bitch slapping each other for like 20 minutes. He never left the lane, and I didn't either. He would do everything in his power to try to kill me. He would hook me up, he would do a lot of damage, and he'd ult me. But then I just consumed myself back up to full. He actually messaged me after the game because I added him because I was curious. Oh my god, that was the most boring experience I ever had. I wanted to rage quit. He won, his team won decisively, but that means this person really just hated playing against Nunu so much, he was willingly wanting to take the loss, the ELO loss in rank, because he didn't want to deal with Nunu anymore. It was just that frustrating. And you know what? Nunu has a high win rate in top lane when you play him a lot. Players with like 100 Nunu games have quite a decent enough win rate. Those who haven't played him a lot have a low win rate. So keep that in mind. You got to be experienced. You got to be devoted to the Nunu to achieve this. So maybe those people who play Nunu a lot are just those who understand the amount of suffering you cause. You can be called Nunu wins by default. That's his new nickname. Nunu, winner by default. Because who cares if you're better or worse than the opponent? They'll never figure that out because they're so pissed off at fighting Nunu, they'll rage quit before the end result. Some people have just literally, I've made a lot of people AFK playing top lane Nunu. I'm not even joking. Jungle Nunu too. It's just they get frustrated with dealing with him. Why bother playing this game when it's just not even fun? Hell, maybe you could still win against a team against Nunu because Nunu doesn't really scale that well into team fights later on. But do you really want to sit there in lane for 10, 20 more minutes just getting rolled over by Nunu or just doing absolutely nothing? Probably not. And I have faced several of those people. So maybe he doesn't win a lot in higher divisions if you're inexperienced as Nunu, but if you're playing in bronze, silver, or gold, maybe you can be such an asshole, such an arrogant prick that the enemy will just surrender by and just let you win. They wouldn't give a fuck anymore. Try this. I don't know, some of you who are in bronze or silver, try playing Nunu. Get the mastery icon as him, and every time you do something to your opponent, every time they try to harass you or you consume something or you snowball them and punch them with undying grass, spam your mastery emo. Just do that. Make them so angry. Just piss them off. Whenever you kill them, just say sorry in all chat. Whenever they try something, say sorry, not sorry. You don't get the kill. Just be a general nuisance. Just be a general pain in the ass. Destroy their morale. See if you can get them to rage quit. It's a lovely thing as Nunu, isn't it? Either way, as you can see, this game was going in our favor tremendously, but once team fights are occurring, we're having an issue with our organization. It seems my teammates are, some of them at least, the carries, are putting themselves in harm's way and getting killed. Also, my teammates Rengar and Shen keep going for some very dangerous fights and end up resulting in their own demises. There though, I did join in the attempt to do something, so it was my fault too. But either way, my team needs to sort of get together and decide what our grand strategy will be. Our grand strategy so far does seem to be to give Shen as much breathing room as possible. If we allow Shen to split push, we'll be able to catch people off guard and slowly but surely kill the enemy team and control the map. That, or at least that seems to be my idea with Shen. Him and I are going to become the best buddies in the entire universe. We killed right now Ashe and the Zillion. Beautiful work. And now I'll get myself a bunch of wards for dinner. Anyways, as I said, Nunu is just one of my favorite top lane champions to play, and it makes you feel kind of bad for the enemy sometimes. Remember, again, somebody doesn't play League of Legends when you play Nunu. In the jungle, in the top lane, mostly those two. Middle lane, sometimes. Support, rarely. He's not that good anymore. But yeah, just learn to play Nunu, devote your life to him, and you'll see lots of lovely things happen. The enemy Ashe uses, or I mean the Zillion uses a little tiny ghost to spot us, but it doesn't matter. Nunu is just that much of a pain. Of course, Rengar is the one who jumps in. Shen gets a hold of the enemy team by teleporting onto the Rengu. And then my ultimate doesn't really do enough because the Ashe was no longer in range. I would rather hit her than anybody else. The Lee Sin goes for a carry, but me and Rengar peel for him and save his life. In comes Malphite, who kills a Lucian and then kills a Rengar. I think he managed to kill the Rengar. And my team is sort of a little bit divided here. Either way, we do kill the Malphite, and then the enemy team is out of mana, so they obviously can't do jack dick to me. So me and Rengar turn around and finish the rest of them off. Slowly but surely. I mean, we're going to catch the Aurelion Soul in a second. Me taking the tower, taking basically no damage, and we're able to slay the dragon once more. So it's a very, very slow delayed ace, but still, as you can see, most of our fights are going to be that kind of weird slugfest. As long as I get in the front and to absorb all the damage, the enemy team can't do jack dick. Anyways, go home, heal myself. You can see that I'm working towards a, well, I already got the Random Omen. The next thing I'm building is Thornmail. The only threat on the enemy team is the Ashe. So if she focuses me, I'm hoping she kills herself. The Randuin's Omen will be there mostly, again, to control the Ashe, so hopefully the Varus is able to, you know, keep a distance between both carries and he can blow her up, or the Rengar is able just to dice her to pieces. And I know the Varus is like this weird hybridy mix. He's mostly AD right now, but I think he has some AP runes or some shit like that. Either way, my team right now is very odd. We're mostly physical, some magic from me and the Shen, mostly not that good. Anyways, here I wait for the enemy team to sort of separate themselves and use up most of their crowd control. They already blew most of it, separated themselves, so I'm able just to sneak from behind them, and as soon as Rengar engages in, flash in with my ultimate and grab 3 people and then blow them the fuck up. Of course, I had a lot of help from my Shen teammate and Rengu. And it results in Aurelion Soul dying and us being able to pick up the Lee Sin as well. So we get ourselves another beautiful ace. This is such a devastation to the enemy team. 10, 1, and 18 Nunu. Aren't you having fun yet, people? Anyways, we push down the bottom inhibitor turret, and we of course push the inhibitor rather easily. The enemy team is all dead. We try to push a little against the Nexus turrets, and I do believe we get this one, but the enemy team starts reviving, so we just start to, you know, beat it. They try, or at least Zillion tries very hard to hold me down, but of course it doesn't do anything to Nunu. I'm a traveling Nunu. Unfortunately, though, The enemy team catches the Rengar who tried to TP next to blue buff, and he turns around to fight the Zilean. And as a result, me and the Shen get a little too greedy, and as a result, we sacrifice Rengu, and then slowly sacrifice the Shen to his own demise. Either way, we managed to punch a hole through one of their lanes, bottom lane to be exact. So we've gained map control. Either way, you were also able to see that the enemy team is fighting the fights really poorly. The Malphite was in the front, and the rest of the team were indecisive as to whether to continue following him or backing off, which resulted in me, Rengar, and Shen destroying the living shit out of them. Either way, my team is not immune from such a thing either. By the way, that's a graphical issue with Aurelion Sol replays. His balls are just all over the place. Either way, right now, we're preparing for Baron in top lane, and we catch Malphite, Zilean, and Lee Sin. Me and Rengar turn around to fight these two, trying to kill the Zilean so we can try to get his ultimate off. Shen and the AD carries are top lane fighting it out, while Malphite pretty much bangs them up. And unfortunately, they can't participate in this fight. We do blow up Zilean's ultimate, and we will pretty much kill him right after he respawns from it. Shen teleports on top of us, pretty much solidifying, abandoning the last remaining AD carry. So it's a pretty bad fight. We kill our damage dealers are dead. We do kill Zilean and the Lee Sin, but unfortunately it costs Shen's life as well, and my sweet delicious Nunu ass dies too. So we traded 4 for 2, not very good. However, the Malphite with his low health sticks around a little too long. Rengar, seeing his opportunity, goes in with his ultimate and easily kills him, which results in an easy kill against the Malphite and a tower. So technically it rectified the situation, and sort of we came out ahead because we actually got an objective from it. Now, as you can see in team fights, I'm kind of just this fat shit now who just kind of body slams people in the face, but absorbs damage and just becomes a general nuisance. That's fine. That's what Nunu becomes, unless you're AP Nunu, but then again, you don't become super cancerous tanky Nunu that you want to be in top lane. Still though, again, if I wasn't so fed, I may not be as big of an asshole as I am right now. But because I am fed, there's pretty much nothing the enemy can do except focus me, and even then it can become very hard to kill me. We blow up Zilean before his ultimate can be used on anybody worthwhile. We catch the Aurelion Sol with my Randall's Omen and my Snowball. We're not able to really do anything against him until he decides to turn around for some fucking reason, and he gets killed. Now, since I have teleport, I decide to go home and then teleport back in. Unfortunately for my team, we're greedy motherfuckers. So I teleport in, we see a good piece of Ashe right then and there, so we're going to try to nuke her ass down by tower diving her. I go in, Snowball, Malphite comes in and pretty much murders the shit out of the Varus alongside the Ashe, and we get killed as a result, me and the Varus. So that's unfortunately not a very good trade, and that kind of sets us behind. But still though, Lord Nunu promises not to continue being an asshole, or, feeding his ass off. As you can see, my build has the Thorn Mail now, Abyssal Scepter, Iceborne Gauntlet, Spirit Visage, and Randall's Omen with Boots of Swiftness. I'm pretty much six items, right? I can't possibly build anything more. I even have the Boots upgrade. Shen gets caught, he gets blasted by the enemy team, and slowly but surely dies, right? Fortunately for him, the enemy team had to focus a lot of their ultimates on him, so we're able just to pretty much waltz out of there with no problem, and they're doing Baron now. Unfortunately for me, my team is in no real position to fight this. We've taken quite a bit of damage, and we really can't achieve very much. Varus gets too close and gets blown up by the Malphite, and we're not able to get any revenge kills except against Aurelion Sol, who for whatever reason got pelted by Baron, I think. Either way, for whatever stupid reason, the Ashe tries to TP in front of us and gets fucking killed. And then the Zilean right now is just like, I got the Nunu, right? I'm gonna make it, just look at that. Why? He gave his position away, and the Rengar was able to murder his ass. So, yeah. Okay, he got his just desserts there. So the enemy team threw away their Baron advantage right then and there by being too fucking greedy and honestly fucking stupid. And remember, the Ashe has been saying that she's like a diamond smurf. So, what the fuck's wrong with you? So we've gained full control of the map. We're pretty much dominant. We stopped their Baron, or at least made it insignificant, because we've killed 3 of their core members. And with this, we're pretty much pushing for the win. We're really big, we're really farmed, we're really goddamn fat. And then Aurelion Sol tries to engage in that fancy QE way, and doesn't work. So I wait right now. Check out Varus' ultimate. when he manages to nail a few of them with his ultimate, I wait for that snare to almost be active, and I use my ultimate, and I trap Aurelion Sol and Lee Sin, and a full charge ultimate knocks Aurelion Sol out. I think it also dealt some damage to Lee Sin. Either way, this makes finishing the rest of them off rather easy. We kill Aurelion Sol, we kill Lee Sin. Malphite comes in to finish out the Lucian, but it costs him his life. We tower dive the rest of them. Shen catches the Zillion and he gets blown up, and then we catch the Ashe and she gets blown up, but she takes down poor Lord Nunu as well. Either way, the game is over. It was quite a blast to play, and hopefully maybe you enjoyed it too, because oh my god, Nunu is fun to play. Either way, these games tend to be rare because Nunu can't really carry all that much unless you get a chance to destroy the shit out of someone like Aurelion Sol. Hooray, thank you Aurelion Sol for this game. Videos like this are made possible by my sponsors, Crunchyroll and Loot Crate. Loot Crate's upcoming April crate contains Harry Potter, Vikings, Labyrinth of the David Bowie kind, and Uncharted stuff. If you're interested in any of those themes and would like to check out the offer, click the link in the description below. Using either service greatly supports my channel and I'll appreciate it tremendously.